It's 6:47 p.m. You pull into the parking lot after another day at work. The engine goes quiet. For a moment, you just sit there. The day's over. Tomorrow, you'll do it all again. As you step out, your neighbor waves from across the lot. "Nice car," he says. "I've been seeing you travel a lot lately. Looks like you're doing really well." You smile. "Thanks." It's easier than explaining. You walk upstairs, unlock the door, and step into an apartment you've worked years to afford. The furniture matches. The kitchen is clean. Your suitcase from last weekend's trip still sits in the corner. If someone walked in right now, they'd probably think you've figured life out. Then your phone vibrates. Salary received. You don't smile this time. Instead, you open your banking app. For the next minute, you don't spend a single dollar. You simply watch your balance change. Rent, car payment, insurance, credit card, utilities. Before you've even decided what tomorrow looks like, a large part of your paycheck has already been assigned to the past. You lock your phone and stare across the room. Tomorrow, someone will probably tell you how lucky you are. What they don't see is that you're quietly wondering whether this paycheck will survive the month. So here's the mystery. How can someone who looks like they've made it still feel one unexpected expense away from falling apart? There was a time when success was almost impossible to fake. If someone owned fertile land, a large home, healthy livestock, or enough food to last through winter, people didn't have to wonder whether they were doing well. The evidence was right in front of them. Today, the evidence looks different. Success has become something you can temporarily borrow. A car payment can create the image of wealth. A leased apartment can create the feeling of arrival. A vacation paid month by month can look like freedom. Even the newest phone can suggest progress, while quietly becoming another obligation. From the outside, the picture looks complete. That's all most people ever see. But appearances have a strange way of hiding what's happening underneath. Two people can earn almost the same salary, drive similar cars, live in similar neighborhoods, even vacation in the same places. Yet every night, one sleeps peacefully, the other lies awake replaying numbers in their head. If I move this payment, maybe I can wait until Friday. Hopefully nothing unexpected happens. It's easy to assume the difference is income. Most of the time, it isn't. That's what makes this story so unsettling. Because the line between looking financially successful and actually being financially secure is much thinner than most people realize. It isn't crossed all at once. There's no dramatic moment, no single terrible decision, just a series of perfectly reasonable choices. Choices millions of people make every single day. Which raises an uncomfortable question. If almost nobody wakes up intending to live paycheck to paycheck, if almost nobody chooses financial pressure on purpose, then what happens between earning more money and still feeling trapped? The raise that changed everything. And nothing. It usually starts with good news. Not bad, a promotion, a raise, a new job, the kind of moment you've imagined during long commutes home. Picture yourself sitting across from your manager on a Friday afternoon. The conversation is short. You've exceeded expectations. The company wants to keep you. Your salary is increasing. You thank them, shake hands, walk back to your desk, trying not to look too excited. But inside, everything feels different. Driving home, your mind races ahead. You won't have to worry so much anymore. Maybe you can finally replace the laptop that freezes every morning. Maybe it's time to move somewhere a little nicer. Maybe the car that's been making that strange noise has earned its retirement. None of those thoughts feel irresponsible. In fact, they feel deserved. You've worked for this. Over the next few months, life begins to change. The apartment is brighter. The commute is shorter. The new car doesn't make mysterious sounds every time you stop at a red light. Friends notice. Family notices. You notice. For the first time in years, it feels like you're moving forward. Then something curious begins to happen. Not overnight. So gradually you barely recognize it. The apartment stops feeling luxurious. It simply becomes home. The new car loses its excitement. It's just the car you drive every morning. The coffee you bought to celebrate the raise becomes part of your routine. Without realizing it, yesterday's reward quietly becomes today's expectation. And expectations have a way of growing faster than income. A few months later, payday arrives. Your salary is higher than it has ever been. Yet the feeling is strangely familiar. You watch the notifications appear one after another. Rent paid, car payment processed, insurance deducted, subscriptions renewed, credit card payment received. Nothing is wrong. Every payment makes sense. Every decision seemed reasonable when you made it. So why does it still feel like you're running just to stay in the same place? You close your banking app, not because the money is gone, because you're trying to answer a question that doesn't seem to have an obvious answer. You earn more than you used to, so why doesn't it feel like you have more? That question has an answer. But to find it, we have to look at something that's been quietly changing your life without asking for permission. The trap that never announces itself. The strange thing is, your financial life rarely changes because of one big decision. It changes because of dozens of small ones. None of them seem dangerous on their own. A slightly nicer apartment because the commute is shorter. A newer car because the old one kept breaking down. Faster internet because you work from home. A streaming service everyone recommends. A gym membership you'll definitely use. A phone upgrade that's only a little more each month. Individually, none of them look dangerous. They feel reasonable, responsible even. But together, they quietly start deciding where your paycheck goes before you ever receive it. And that's what makes the trap so difficult to notice. Your mornings become easier, your drive becomes quieter, your home feels more comfortable. That's what makes the trap so difficult to recognize. It doesn't make your life worse, it makes it better, at least at first. Then something almost invisible begins to happen. You stop seeing these things as upgrades, they become normal. The apartment is no longer a luxury, it's just home. The car is no longer a reward, it's simply what you drive. The payments fade into the background, almost invisible, until something changes and you realize how much space they were taking. Money works the same way. Once a payment becomes automatic, your brain quietly stops questioning it. Month after month, your paycheck arrives already divided into pieces, not because someone else is taking it, because a past version of you already decided where it would go. That's the part almost nobody sees. We imagine financial pressure comes from dramatic mistakes. One reckless purchase, one terrible investment, one disastrous decision. More often, it comes from perfectly sensible choices repeated over time. Each one asks for just a little more of your future income, a little more this month, a little more next month, until one day you realize something unsettling. You're no longer deciding what to do with your paycheck. Your paycheck is simply keeping promises you made months or even years ago. And once your future income is committed, every raise starts arriving with a waiting list, which explains something that seems completely backwards. People can earn more every year and still feel like they're falling behind. But here's the strange part. Nobody is forcing us into this cycle. Nobody is secretly taking control of our finances. So why do so many intelligent people end up trapped inside it? Because the biggest forces shaping our money decisions aren't financial, they're human. The most expensive competition you never entered. Think back to the last time you opened social media. You probably weren't looking for a reason to feel behind. Maybe you just wanted to relax. Fill a few minutes while waiting in line. Catch up with friends. Then, without warning, it begins. A coworker posts photos from Greece. Someone your age announces they bought their first home. A college friend picks up the keys to a brand new SUV, another promotion, another engagement, another vacation. Another life that seems to be moving forward. You keep scrolling. By the time you put your phone down, your paycheck hasn't changed. Your savings haven't changed. Nothing in your financial life is different. Yet somehow, you feel like you're behind. That's because your brain isn't keeping score in dollars. It's keeping score in comparisons. Long before salaries and bank accounts existed, humans were already comparing themselves to others. Who had more resources? Who had stronger connections? Who seemed more secure? Those signals once helped people understand their place in the group. Today, the signals have changed, but the instinct remains. The world has changed. That instinct hasn't. Today, status is communicated differently. It's the neighborhood, the watch, the phone, the vacation photos, the kitchen renovation, the just bought our dream home post. Your brain sees those signals and quietly reaches a conclusion. They're getting ahead. What it never sees is everything outside the frame. The mortgage stretching every paycheck. The credit card behind the vacation. The quiet stress that never appears in a family photo. Every life looks complete when you only see the highlights, but comparison has a remarkable way of ignoring what's invisible. Instead, it asks a dangerous question. If they can have that, why can't I? That question doesn't always lead to reckless spending. Sometimes it leads to something much quieter. You start redefining what normal looks like. The car that served you perfectly for 8 years suddenly feels outdated. The apartment you once loved now feels too small. The phone that worked yesterday somehow feels old today. Nothing about those things actually changed. Only your perspective did. And perspective is powerful. Because once your definition of success changes, your spending often follows. Not because you're trying to impress strangers. Because you're trying to convince yourself that you're moving forward too. That's why this competition is so expensive. Most people don't even realize they're participating. No one sends an invitation, no one explains the rules, the finish line keeps moving, and everyone keeps running. Until one day, you stop and ask a question almost nobody else does. What if looking successful and becoming financially secure aren't the same race at all? That question changes everything. Because once you separate appearance from freedom, you start seeing the invisible decisions that separate looking wealthy from actually becoming secure. The person everyone envies. Imagine two coworkers who seem to be living the exact same life. Same company, same starting salary, same commute home every Friday evening. For years, nobody around them can tell the difference. Then, quietly, their financial paths begin moving in opposite directions. The first coworker embraces every milestone, a bigger apartment after the promotion, a luxury SUV after the next raise, upgrades that slowly turn a higher income into a higher cost of living. Each purchase feels reasonable. Each one feels like proof that the hard work is finally paying off. Each decision makes sense on its own. Each one feels like proof that the hard work is paying off. The second coworker makes many of the same purchases, but not all of them. The apartment is comfortable, not impressive. The car is reliable, even if it's a few years old. Raises increase spending, but not by the same amount. Some of the extra income simply stays. Nobody notices. Why would they? Savings don't appear in photos. A lower credit card balance isn't something friends congratulate you for. An emergency fund never gets compliments in the office parking lot. Years pass. From the outside, there is no question who looks successful. People admire the lifestyle. They assume the bigger apartment, newer car, and expensive experiences are proof that everything is going right. Until one day, something happens that neither coworker planned for. The company announces a major restructuring. Budgets are shrinking, departments are merging, some positions will be eliminated. The office becomes unusually quiet. Conversations change. No one talks about vacations anymore. Everyone talks about uncertainty. Both coworkers receive the same email. Both face the same possibility. But what happens next is completely different. The first coworker goes home and opens the banking app, not to check how much money was earned, but to calculate how many weeks remain before the bills become impossible. The apartment still wants its payment. The SUV still wants its payment. The insurance company doesn't care that layoffs are coming. Neither does the credit card. The lifestyle that once looked like success now depends on one thing continuing exactly as planned: a paycheck. The second coworker opens the same banking app. The same uncertainty exists, the same fear. But something is different. There is time, not forever, but enough to think instead of panic, enough to search instead of scramble, enough to make decisions instead of desperate compromises. That's the difference almost nobody sees. Both coworkers are facing the same uncertainty, but only one of them has created room to breathe, room to think, room to choose what happens next. And options are surprisingly difficult to notice from the outside. The first coworker looked wealthier for years. The second coworker was quietly becoming harder to break. That's a very different kind of success. Because the most valuable thing money can buy isn't a luxury apartment, a new car, or anything that attracts attention. It's the ability to face an uncertain future without losing control of your choices. And ironically, that is the one thing nobody can see, which is why the person everyone envies may actually be the person carrying the greatest financial pressure. And sooner or later, life has a way of revealing the difference. When life stops asking for permission. Most financial plans assume one thing: that tomorrow will look a lot like today. You'll go to work. Your paycheck will arrive. The bills will be paid. Life will continue as expected. Most of the time, it does, until it doesn't. A manager asks if you have a minute to talk. A doctor says they'd like to run a few more tests. The car you've depended on for years refuses to start. A family member needs help. The rent goes up. A storm damages your home. None of these events are extraordinary. In fact, they're ordinary. And that's exactly why they matter. Life rarely gives you a warning before it changes direction. It simply arrives, and when it does, something becomes painfully clear. Monthly payments don't pause because you're having a difficult month. The car loan still expects its payment. The mortgage is still due. Insurance still renews. The credit card statement still arrives. Everything keeps moving, even if your income doesn't. This is the moment many people discover the difference between income and resilience. They always believed they were one paycheck away from being okay. Instead, they realized they were one missed paycheck away from being in trouble. That's a frightening realization. Not because it means they've failed, but because it reveals something deeper. Their financial life depended on everything going exactly according to plan. And life has never worked that way. The people who seem calm during difficult seasons aren't always the ones earning the most. Often, they're the ones who quietly built space into their lives long before they needed it. Space to absorb bad news. Space to make thoughtful decisions. Space to let an unexpected expense remain just that, an expense, not a crisis. That's what makes financial breathing room so valuable. It doesn't prevent storms, it changes how hard they hit. Think back to the two coworkers. The layoff announcement wasn't the real story. The real story was everything that happened before the announcement. Years of choices, years of commitments, years of deciding how much of tomorrow's paycheck belonged to yesterday. By the time life interrupted, the outcome had already been shaped. Not by one dramatic mistake, but by hundreds of quiet decisions no one else ever noticed. And that's the irony. The habits that create financial freedom rarely look exciting while you're building them. They only become visible when everyone else is asking, how are they staying so calm? Because by then, the real work has already been done. What making it really looks like. Let's go back to the beginning. You're standing in your apartment. Your paycheck has just arrived. Outside, your neighbor still believes you've made it. The car is still there. The apartment still looks the same. From the street, nothing has changed. But now you know something they don't. Looking successful and being financially secure are two completely different stories. One is easy to see. The other is built quietly, decision by decision. Some people spend years building a lifestyle. Others spend years building freedom. From a distance, they can look identical. Until life asks both of them the same unexpected question. That's when the difference becomes impossible to ignore. Because real wealth isn't measured by how much money comes in each month. It's measured by how much of your life still belongs to you after everyone else has been paid. It's the freedom to leave a job that's draining you. The freedom to help your family without creating another crisis for yourself. The freedom to sleep through the night without calculating bills before your feet touch the floor. Those moments rarely earn attention. No one notices the vacation you refuse to finance. No one admires the car you decided to keep for another 5 years. No one celebrates the paycheck that still has money left at the end of the month. But those quiet decisions are doing something far more valuable. They're buying back your future, one choice at a time. Maybe that's why the people who seem the wealthiest aren't always the ones attracting the most attention. Sometimes, they're the ones living a life that no longer needs to prove anything. Because they discovered something many people learn much later. The goal was never to look like you had made it. The goal was to wake up one day and realize you no longer needed your next paycheck to convince you everything was going to be okay. If someone looked through your window tonight, they'd probably judge your life the same way your neighbor did. By the car, the apartment, the things they can see. But the most important part of your financial life has always been invisible. It's not your salary. It's not your possessions. It's the distance between what you earn and what your life demands from you. Because that distance is where peace lives. It's where options live. It's where resilience quietly grows. Money has always been about more than what it can buy. At its best, it buys something far less visible. The ability to choose, to breathe, to face tomorrow without fear making every decision for you. So the next time someone says, "Looks like you've made it," you might smile, but you'll know a different question matters far more. Not, how successful do I look, but how much of my future still belongs to me? Because in the end, the people who truly make it aren't always the ones everyone notices. They're the ones who quietly built a life they no longer need to escape from. If you enjoyed this documentary, subscribe for more stories that challenge the way we think about money, success, and the choices that quietly shape our lives. Because sometimes, the biggest financial breakthrough isn't earning more. It's finally seeing the game you've been playing all along.